Hey there, come on in. Today I'm doing a festive project and it is customising an advent calendar. Oh, whenever I have to hold anything up that's this big, I end up cuddling it. This calendar is from Hobbycraft. It cost about £16 and it's got lots of little drawers that we can put lots of little treats in. Let's take the plastic off and we can have a closer look. Scissors! Come on, you little beastie. Woo! Ooh. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. This is when all the drawers fall out. Wah! Okay, so this is the calendar in all its beautiful glory. It's nice and sturdy. I actually ordered this online, so I didn't see it in person until I collected it. And it kind of like looks like it's just made of cardboard or something. But it's not, it's MDF, I think. These are the kind of boxes. Let me just show you one close. Hang on, prop this here. So this is like one of the boxes. They should hopefully take paint nicely. That's what I'm hoping, because that's what we're going to use. Let me just slot this back in here. Boop. So all we have to do now, glasses, they're so fun. All we have to do now is think about what kind of style to do this in. I want it to be kind of quite simple and classic so that it stands the test of time somewhat. But yeah, I love how there's lots of, like, they're all different size drawers, because sometimes with these kind of like do your own calendars, the spaces are so small that you can't put anything very exciting into them. So I like the fact that there's kind of teeny weeny ones that you could just put a little chocolate in, or there's sort of like longer ones that you could put a tube in. Tube. Why do I love saying tube so much? It's the ooh noise I enjoy. I may be spray painting the, what is this? Outer casing? The frame, that's better. So I may spray paint the frame just to make life easier. And I think it would be a nicer finish. And then I can just do the boxes in whatever colour I decide to go for. I'm thinking blue. So let's go. It's about a week or so after I did that intro, because I thought that the base of it would be better and easier if I sprayed it. Anywho, this is what we've got. I had thought this was going to turn out like a lovely silver, and it's like a steel mucky grey. So yes, it needs a bit doing to it. Sadly, also, the shed now really smells of spray paint fumes, because I sprayed it outside, but I left it to dry in here because it's just been raining all the time. So yeah, this whole room really smells. It's also really cold, so I've had to try and put a heater on, but like maybe the fumes will get into my brain. So if if this ends up really weird, blame the fumes. So I've got my mucky palette. I managed to get one giant piece of this off, so we're going to use this area. Let's get some really basic white. Shall I try and use, that's a very mucky sponge, but maybe I can use this part of it. Let's see if we can just kind of, oh yeah, okay. Because I'm thinking this might just be easier than trying to paint it with a brush, but that's actually taken to it really well, which is nice. For some reason, the spray paint, I really thought that was going to just be the obvious thing to do, because, I don't know, I just thought it would be. Thought it'd be a lovely little shortcut to make it a really quick process of evenly covering this weird shape. But no, you live and you learn. I had a feeling that painting it with a brush would just be, it would just be a bit more kind of streaky and uneven. And I wanted quite a nice flat look for these edges. You know what, this mucky old sponge is doing a really good job. Good stuff, mucky old sponge. La 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 la. I really want to put Christmas music on in the background, but I can't because of copyright. I could probably sing some carols. I'll spare you that. She says, humming one instead. La 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 la. There's no doubt about it, sponging is fun. Whee! You don't really have to think too hard. You can just bash it on, can't you? Boof, 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 boof. And it doesn't really matter if it goes in a little bit into the, what we call them, areas, voids, box holes. because we're not going to see those bits because the box is going to be in there. So why do we care? Okay, I feel like I've been doing it quite a long time and we've only got this bit done. So I'm going to speed this up. Okay, I need to leave this to dry for a bit. So while that is happening, I'm going to grab all the little boxes. Okay, so these are our little boxes. I've got a pile of them over there. Why is that wet? Why is that wet? Why? Maybe it's just cold. It's just cold. It's just really, really cold. Let me show you what I'm kind of thinking for this. This is the kind of idea. This isn't finished, but it's just kind of to get me going so that I could plan out exactly also where the numbers would be. Because I thought if I do that right at the end, that's just gonna be a mess. I'm thinking blueness. Generally, this is coming out really bright on the screen. It's not quite that bright. It's more of like a midnight blue. This is kind of what I'm planning. So what I can do is get all of these, the fronts of them, I can just do them all straight blue while the base is drying, and that's at least a start. I'm going to use this kind of hue of blue. Again, it's showing up brighter on the screen than it is to me, but it's a lovely kind of deep midnighty blue, and I don't have to think about, you know, mixing it up because too cold in here for things like that. Let's just have a go. And I mean, I should probably have primed these in some way, but again, I'm just feeling too lazy. I just want to get in and do it because it's not that long to go now until we reach Advent. So what is that? What is that? Bit of random, probably a flake from my really mucky palette. Under the knoblet. Oh yes, there we go. That is satisfying when you manage to avoid the knoblet. I have not decided yet whether or not to make the knobs blue. They're kind of nice, having the contrast. I don't know whether or not it'll kind of sort of, I don't know, whenever I put the design on, whether that will get in the way. Ooh, okay, so this was my last one. I have finally done it. And I managed to get around most of them without getting their little, you know, handles. But like the more I look at it, the more I wonder whether I should paint them blue. Because I just feel that they might be distracting from the main thing. But if I do it, I can't go back. And that's what's freaking me out. Maybe I'll just do like one door. Which one's the 24 door? Hang on. This one's the 24 door. So I'm wondering whether to do that one, and if it looks rubbish, then at least it's kind of special and it won't sort of be too weird if it's different from the rest. Yeah? Oh, let's just do it. Maybe that's better. It doesn't look too messy and it's a bit more subtle. Yeah, okay, I might do all of them. Knob painting. Righto, these are the boxes. And I've just got to wait for them to dry now. This part of it has dried a bit. There's still a little bit tacky in places, but so I've gone through and just put the numbers of where each box is going to go, just because I figured in future if they all fall out, or like when I pull it out next year and I don't know where anything goes. Yeah, I need to sort out the sides. I did a bit of sponging on there, but it needs more zhuzhing on the side here because, yeah, it doesn't look that great. I've got this chunky tipped brush, so I'm just thinking maybe I could do lots of white kind of, I don't know, petally bits or something. I know this is really close, but I can't get the camera further away. So yeah, full tip. And then maybe just like, you know, plop, plop, plop. You know, the plopping technique. Plop, plop. And then I don't know, I'm just thinking maybe just build this up. I don't know, I'm thinking that might actually be alright. It's really hard to film this, but I'll show you at the end what it looks like. Right, so this is, now can I show you? So this is what I've done along the sides and along the top. I haven't bothered with the bottom because why would ya? I think that is quite a nice effect. So I've just got to leave that to dry along with my boxes, and then we can start on the next bit. Oh my gosh, it is so dark in this shed today. I've started later in the morning, but it's just miserable outside. So yeah, really great. I've had to put a light on up here, but it's only got 66% on it. So I don't know how long it's gonna last. I'm just gonna put all of these back where they need to go so that we can then start planning out the design. What flipping number is that I've written? Okay, last one. Boop. So this is how it's looking, and it's all dry. It's really cold still, but it's all dry. So yeah, we're gonna start drawing out the design. I need to grab a white pencil, I think. I have a very grown-up Gruffalo pencil because I like the Gruffalo. So that's gonna have, is this gonna show up? Oh yeah, nice. Number 2. This one is gonna have the 8 around its knoblet. Okay, so you get the gist. So I'll come back when I have done this whole sketching out bit. So this is, yeah, I've got all the sketching done so I know where the numbers go. So now I've just got to think how to paint it. And I'm wondering whether or not to try and use these, try these first. So I've got some oil markers and Posca pens. I know that this gold I think is pretty good. I don't think that silver is the best. And I don't know how well that white will stand up. I'm thinking all of the numbers should be gold. So maybe we'll do the numbers first. Right, this is going to be tricky on a box, but maybe we'll try this way around first. Oh, look at that. That is shiny. It's also like super fat. It's a thicker line than I anticipated making, but you know what? I'm not sad about it because it's so shiny. Let's try it on this one. Ooh, number 8. La, la, la. Oh, yeah. I apologise for the breathy excitement. Oh, I really love that gold pen. So good. I mean, this annoys me. Why did I do that? Because on my original plan, I had the 2 on that side of the knoblet and the 0 on the other side. And for some reason, I changed my mind and I didn't really think about why. And now I've got this funny 2 with a tiny, tiny O. Okay, so now we've got to start on all of the decorations. Oh, that's quite a nice line actually. The only thing is that I can't get right up into the ball. So maybe I'll use paint to just kind of get into the nooks a bit more. But that in itself is a pretty nice clean line. Oh yeah! So I want to make a really pale blue. I don't really know what I'm planning here. I'm just going to put some like little speckles on top of the numbers. Maybe it looks like frost. Oh, I've just thought I could put little like snow flurries on the tops of the knoblets. Oh my gosh. That idea makes me very happy. This is the final thingy. I think it's come out quite nice. I mean, there's probably more I could do with it, but it's so cold in here. My fingers are really giving up. So I think I'm gonna leave it where it is. This is how it's looking. What do you think? So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do consider hitting the like button. It really does help me out. And let me know in the comments whether or not you have customized your own advent calendar like this. How did yours turn out? Anywho, I can't wait to put some treats into this. Till the next video, keep making happy and I'll see you next time.